have it all his own way this time?
No, I don't think so. I think David Todd's going to want to make amends for that race there and try and get a win. Obviously, he was unfortunate in the first Super Sport race. They brought a brand new machine for him. His elbow was that bad, so yeah, he's going to want to take it to Richard Cooper, isn't he? But you can see Richard behind us. He's focused and he's come here to win. So who knows? Who knows who's going to be?
Philip, what about the Irish challenge in this one?
Yeah, we've got a strong Irish team against Davy Todd, and we've got Mike Brown, who's on the first row of the grid. He had a superb first race. He came right through from the back of the grid to 4th place, so he's riding really hot and he's on the pace. Don't forget Michael Dunlop. He's had a really good 3rd place. He's on the place. He's a super sport rider. And then we have Paul Jordan, who's also another good super sport local rider. So I think those 3 boys will definitely be fighting for the podium, but what position, I'm not sure.
So, the Ducati. Power tool mate Ducati. Closed him down. Richard Cooper has closed him down. I bet he wants his teammate to follow him now because they were battling with one another and probably tripping each other over a little bit. There we go. R6 is really singing, isn't it? I mean, again, the way they've got the rules lined up here, the bikes are very, very equal. Now it's Todd's turn to get into a slipstream. You watch Todd on the brakes. He's always good on the brakes. Stands it on its nose. Stable. You've got no chance when you're on the outside of a situation like that. Once somebody's cleared, got alongside you, you're done. Yeah, you can't tip into the corner. Nicely done. Neat and tidy. Nothing wrong with that. Not at all. So, out front, David Todd again. Cooper is there. Look at the power of the R6 Yamaha. They really are working well. So the 47 bike gets a drag off the Ducati and again pulls alongside. Will he be able to hang on to that, I wonder? Everything that looks like a straight when you're driving your car on the roads here is a kink on a motorbike doing 185 mile an hour. And the bumps are quite incredible. Resurfaced a little bit coming through here. 1 or 2 of the chicanes, even down at Juniper, has been resurfaced every year. They make it a little bit better. They shim the manhole covers. They make everything nice and smooth as best as they possibly can. That R6 we're on board with now. I don't even know it's got anyone on it, little Richard Cooper. Well, that's an advantage to start with. Power to weight ratio is everything, but once you get into the braking area, Richard Cooper has got to brighten up his act because David Todd is a bit special. So, tips it in. Michael Dunlop and Mike Brown are now scrapping for that 3rd place. Has Dunlop got it sorted? No, he hasn't. It's still Mike Brown that has 3rd place at the minute. This race rolling on now. They're beginning to think about where they're going to be able to make the passes and weighing each other up over the first couple of laps. Now it's going to be down to working out the strategy. Where is a Ducati faster than a Yamaha? Where is a Yamaha faster than a Ducati? And then throw a Triumph in just for good measure. Yeah, and then throw in who's going to be the kind of latest breaker, because that's a lot of the passing. In fact, most of the passing. It's either slipstreaming or braking. Yeah, and you've got to bet that David Todd is the man on a mission when it...
Frustrating. David's on great form. I can't be disappointed with him a second, but I am. We're still on the podium. Yeah, it was good.
We tried to ride as hard as we could there, and I felt we deserved more from the race really, but look, that's just the way it goes. I just kept chipping away and doing the best what I could. It's just a pity really.
So a second win of this year's Northwest 200 for Davy Todd. Lee, Jenny, Philip, what a cracking day's racing it's been so far.
Yeah, I think we were starved a little bit from Thursday evening, but yeah, what we've seen today is totally made up for that. Some really good battles on the people that we all thought were going to go head to head.
Who has impressed you most, Jenny, so far?
Yeah, Davey, I reckon he's having to take it to everybody. Isn't he? All the races, Super Sport, he's had to take it to Richard Cooper. Superbike, he's had to take it to Irwin. So yeah, definitely Davey Todd.
And how big a story is it, Philip, Glenn Irwin beating that Superbike record?
Yeah, it's superb for Glenn Irwin. He's flying the home flag. He's teaching everyone what the Northwest's all about. But to beat the Joey Dunlop, Michael Runner record, them boys have had 9 Superbike wins each, which has took a long, long time to build up. So in a really short space of time, Glenn, he's beaten that record. He's 10 Superbike wins in a row. That's just not normal.
Okay, thank you very much indeed. We've got lots more racing to come across the BBC. Join us tomorrow.